You just tell me, what can I do for you?
Here it is.
I want to make sure you're ready.
Show me the money.
Show you the money. Show you the money. Show me the money. Show me the money!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Sunday morning, Sunday fun day. My guys are 64% so far this year. Last week they were 70. They were 7-3. I decided I am no longer going to include my numbers because I am straight doo-doo. Nodder, what's up, my friend?
What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday, the best day of the week this year. It's chilly out there. It's like 27 degrees when I took the dogs out this morning. It was not very comfortable, but it's a good day for some football. We got some good games today. Maybe a couple upsets in the books. We'll see. But no, I hope everybody's having a good Sunday so far, and hopefully we can win you guys some money today.
Yeah, no, let's get after it. I mean, obviously our guy Bry is not here at the moment. He is he's spending a little family day today. He got a little family day going, some family in town, I believe. Not quite sure. However, he's not here, but one thing that he did do was he did give us his picks of the week this week, 5 Alarm Fire and the Lock. Last week, Nodder, we got knocked out of the Survivor pool. I did not put down a Survivor pick.
That's fine.
Did you happen to throw down anything regarding a Survivor pick today?
No, I mean, listen, it was a good run. We had a really good run there for a while. But I don't know. Who did I pick last week? Was it the Bengals?
It was the Cincinnati Bengals last week. They did us in.
Listen, man, I know we don't talk a ton of fantasy football on this show, but I have Burrow in all 3 of my fantasy leagues.
And that's a kick in the butt.
Well, I picked up Dobbs, which for some reason he was available. I don't know why nobody picked him up, but I picked him up after he had his first real good game with the Vikings. So yeah, Joey B, sad situation they got going over there in Cincinnati. A lot of weird stuff going on with that. Was he already hurt? It looked like he might have already been hurt.
Yeah, they were. They looked like they were trying to go through some of the game film from last week, and it looks like he took a fall funny on his wrist, and obviously he re-aggravated it. Out for the season. Oh. One thing that's going to help me with, though, not picking the Bengals anymore. That's a fact.
I'm going to take a pass on the Bengals.
And you know, Cincinnati was one of those teams this year. Where were they at as far as, you know, their record against the spread? Not very good. 4-5-1 Cincinnati so far this year, ATS. So they haven't exactly been a team that you have been able to rely on as far as your gambling concerns go. So let's just jump right into this one, Nodder. Let's jump right into our lock of the week. Who you like this week?
I think it's no question Dallas Cowboys. Listen, Dallas put an absolute beat down on the Giants last week. So you got the Giants and the Carolina Panthers are the 2 worst teams in football. I think the Giants are actually worse than the Panthers at this point.
Yes.
So I'm thinking Dallas, no question, is going to absolutely smoke Carolina today, probably by 20 points.
Ooh, jeez.
I think.
Yeah, no, listen, and our guy B-Mac, he agrees with you 100%. He loves the Cowboys as well. Not that I don't like the Cowboys. You know, I look back this week. I did a little bit more digging than I normally do. Dallas lost that one game on the road at Arizona earlier in the season where they were a big favorite. Knocked a lot of people out of the Survivor pool early this year. That's my only scare. Is Carolina going to be able to pull an Arizona Cardinal fast one on them boys? Nodder, I'm going with the San Francisco 49ers as my lock of the week. San Francisco is healthy. Another week of Chase Young on that defense. And I think San Fran is out for blood. All this Philadelphia Eagle talk, say no more. San Francisco, bang, bang, Niner gang. Watch out. They're minus 12 today. I love the Niners. By the way, I was 1-4 last week, so take that with a grain of salt.
I think either one of those picks is good. Cowboys, 49ers. I think you're all right there.
Yeah, no, we'll see. Nodder, you were 4-1 last week. Brian went 3-2. Nodder, overall this year, you are posting, as we can see down there in the bottom, the best record on the Gamblers Anonymous Network. 25-13-2, followed by B-Mac, 25-15, and there I am down in the gutter. Doop-de-doop-de-doo. Wah, wah, wah. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to sprinkle a little fairy dust on these picks today. Hopefully I can get some winner winners. Oh, my God. So, obviously, we're skipping the Survivor. We did not make it. We made it to Week 10 like we just mentioned. We're going to jump right into our 5-alarm fire. And who do we like this week? You know what, Nader? Let's start with Bry. Yeah, he's not here. I'm not going to do this in BMAC fashion because I would be doing him a disservice. However, he does like Pittsburgh. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We did not go over the percentages yet. We got so excited.
Oh, geez, you got to get that done. We're just pumped up for today.
What are we doing? Today? So let's run down the games before we jump into that. All right, Tennessee, they are at Jacksonville. 73% are on the Jags today, -6.5. The LA Chargers are at Green Bay, 29% like the home team, +3. The G-Men at the Commanders, 44% like Washington, -9. The Raiders are at Miami, 88% like the Dolphins. They are currently -13.5. That line's been moving all over this morning. Keep an eye. Arizona at Houston. Houston, 33% say the Texans, -5.5. The Bears are at the Lions, 63% like the Lions, -8 there. The Steelers at Cleveland. The Dog Pound, 20% of the bettors like the Browns, -2.5. Dallas Cowboys at Carolina Panthers, 29% say the Panthers, getting 10.5 points at home. Tampa Bay at San Francisco, 88% are in favor of the gang, -12. Seattle at the Rams, 77% take the Rams, -2. The Jets are at the Bills, 63% say Buffalo. Circle the wagons, as Chris Berman would say, -7.5. Tonight we have Minnesota at Denver, 45% like the home team, -3. And last but not least, maybe a Super Bowl preview. Monday night, Philadelphia Eagles are at the Kansas City Chiefs, 44% like Kansas City at home, -2.5. There you have it. That's what we're looking like this week. Nader, what does Brian like? Brian likes Pittsburgh, +2.5 at Cleveland. He says the Chargers, -3 on the road at Green Bay. He likes Washington, -9.5. They are, home against the G-Men. Detroit, -9.5. He has -9.5. He must have put this in yesterday. That spread obviously has dropped. And then his lock of the week, he's taking Dallas at -10.5. Nader, we'll go with you. What do you like this week?
All right, my first pick in the 5-alarm fire, Chargers, Packers. I'm going Chargers -3. That's what I got it locked in at. Chargers have averaged 31.7 points per game. Packers haven't scored more than 20 in their last 7 games, and LA is 3-0-1 against the spread in their 4 wins. So I am liking the Chargers. I honestly thought, Ray, I don't know what you think. I thought that spread would have been a little higher, but Chargers have an explosive offense, so we'll see how that goes. But that's my first one. Number 2, Dallas versus Panthers. I pretty much already explained why I like Dallas there. I think Dak and CeeDee Lamb are going to go off again. I would really like to see Tony Pollard score a touchdown because he was the only thing that kept me from hitting my massive parlay last week. So I like Dallas at -10.5. Cardinals versus Texans. I'm sticking with the Cardinals. I like the Cardinals to win this game. However, I went over with the points. The last 2 games, it's over 48. Last 2 games the Texans have played, the totals have been 57 points and 76 points. So I'm liking the over here. And the over is hit in 6 out of the last 10 Cardinals games. So I like the over. I think the Cardinals with Kyler Murray back, and Connor back in the lineup is good. Plus, obviously, CJ Stroud is an absolute beast. So I like the over there at 48.
What? 48, okay.
Yeah, 48. Yep. That's what I got it locked in on FanDuel. Number 4, Bears versus Lions. A lot of people are telling me, don't take the Lions. Don't take the Lions. Don't take the Lions. I love the Lions today. I do think that because Fields is back, I think the Lions are going to struggle a little bit because they don't do well with a mobile quarterback. Look what happened last week against the Ravens. So I think based on the way that the Bears have played this season, even with Fields at QB, they've been good but not great. So I still like the Lions here at -7.5. Number 5, a team that's been killing me so far this year, Buffalo Bills. They're going to be playing the Jets, I believe, at 4:25 today. I did take the Bills -7. Listen, the Jets haven't even scored a touchdown. What did I have written down? In their last 7 quarters of football, haven't scored a touchdown. The Bills, obviously, they've been really hot or cold this year. Like, I thought they were going to be a lot better than what they were. But the Jets just can't score. I know they got a good defense, but I can see the Bills at a minimum beating them by 7. So I took the Bills -7, and that is my 5 alarm fire.
Woo! Winner, winner. Let's go, Nodder. You know what I hate doing? I hate going against you. I absolutely hate it because obviously by the look of the bottom right of the corner, I am a trash. So this week, maybe it's the big turnaround week. I don't know.
But this is the thing people need to understand, though, right? And I've said this before, is that you go against the grain. You like to experiment. You like to run the percentages and kind of go against what everybody thinks. So I think if you did what I do and pick the real winners, then you probably would have a better record. But you, for whatever reason, like to just try to prove everybody wrong, which I love. But I think this week it's time to catch up a little bit. You know what I mean? Try to do like a 3-2 day today.
Oh man, let me tell you something. This theory that I have with this burning down the house, I'm the one that doesn't have heat right now. Okay, we got sticks and dryer lint, and we're starting fires in the house because I can't afford to pay this enormous bill that we have here. So I'm keeping my hands warm. I'm hoping this week, kids, we can put some food on the table because ramen noodles is getting really bad lately. It all tastes the same. I figured, hey, I went 1-4 last week. Maybe we'll go for the shrimp instead of the chicken.
Ooh,
yeah, anyway.
I like that.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's been a heck of a ride. But the problem is, Nodder, also, I have been not going against my theory. I've been picking teams that everybody else has been picking mathematically, percentage-wise, in the games that I like. So do I pick the games that I like and take the opposite team? No, because that's going to be the week that I probably go 5-0. But anyway.
Exactly.
All right, let's get into it. Enough of me. San Francisco, as you know, is my lock of the week. Niners -12. They are healthy. They are firing on all cylinders. Brock Purdy looks like the old 13-4, by the way. He just completed a full season in his last game last week. Moving forward, I do agree with Brian. I like the Steelers. No Deshaun Watson, some guy with a hyphen in his name is starting. I don't really have too much faith there. I do see a big game out of Jaylen Warren today. We'll get into that in a little bit. Miami's coming off a bye week this week, Nodder. They're coming off a bye week. The Raiders are flying high. They've won their last 2 with their new coach, Mr. Antonio Pierce. However, I don't think that's going to be good enough to take on this high-flying offense. Miami likes to blow out bad teams. Vegas 5-5 against the spread. The Miami Dolphins are 6-3. So I'm going to go with the Fins there. Here's my agreement with you, Nodder. I like the Jets. They're getting 8 points right now. That spread actually changed this morning. I got it at 8. They can't score a touchdown, but they can play some really good defense. Josh Allen's throwing a lot of picks. I think he's a great quarterback. I hope he does well today. I have him in one of my fantasy leagues, but we'll see. Jets beat them at home. Can they beat them again? I don't know. I think it's a divisional game. We'll keep it to a score. And then finally, my last pick, I have the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings, the team that kind of screws me when I pick them, but they are doing pretty well against the spread this year, posting a 6-3-1 record. I do like Josh Dobbs. I'm not really a big fan of Denver, although Denver might be one of the hottest football teams. You can see Denver still pull out a win, but I think it's going to be tight. No Justin Jefferson today for the Vikings. They haven't had him in weeks, and they have been rolling. So that's my 5. That is my 5-alarm fire. I wish all of you luck. Let's get into some parlays. Nodder, maybe we can start with you first.
Sure. I've done pretty well percentage-wise with the parlays. I only needed Tony Pollard, like I said before, to score a touchdown last week. He came close in the first, I think, 5 plays of the game. But the Giants actually stopped him, which I thought was interesting. But anyway, I'm going to I like the quarterbacks today for whatever reason. I went a little heavy on the Cowboys, so I did a little 5 player parlay. So I went Dak Prescott over 258 yards. I also went Dak Prescott over 1.5 touchdown passes. Sam Howell over 251.5 passing yards. I like Mr. Raheem for the Dolphins to score a touchdown today at any point. And I also like Laporta, my guy Laporta.
Yes.
Over 46.5 receiving yards. That is 15. I put $15 on it, and I want to say, yeah, 220. $15 for 220, not bad. I think this is a slam dunk parlay today. So I think the only question is I struggle with the anytime touchdowns with the running backs over the past couple of weeks, but I think Raheem will run one in today. So yeah, $15 to win 220, not bad. But look at that Dallas game, guys. I think if you take a look at what Dak has done, take a look at what CeeDee Lamb has done over the past, I would say, couple of months, I think you're going to do very well.
Can I mention one thing about Dak? He is phenomenal against shitty football teams.
So good against bad teams.
Now they're talking about him possibly being MVP, which is an absolute joke. Ask 1,000 Dallas fans, and 999 of them will say, "Give me a different quarterback."
Yep, absolutely.
So plus 1,400 odds there, Notter, for that pick. For that.
It's a simple one. It's a simple one.
And I like it. Devon A-Chain is back today for Miami. If you have him somewhere on your fantasy football roster, might be a good idea to put him in. Just saying. All right. I'm going to jump on mine before we get into BMAC because people will continue to listen to hear his. All right. So this is what I'm looking like, and this is a doozy. No boredom over here. I actually have two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a 6-leg parlay. It's going to pay $27.68. What do we got? We have Sam Howell over 12.5 rushing yards today. Yes, he might get pushed out of the pocket. He might scamper for 20. I got Dak at over 260.5. He threw for 400 last week. He's going to throw for probably another 400 this week. Justin Fields, first day back. They're going to have to keep up with Detroit. I assume he's going to throw for over 200.5 yards. I like Amara St. Brown.
So do
probably
I.
one of the best wide receivers in the league. Over 83.5 yards. That dude has been straight balling. How about DJ Moore? DJ Moore has his guy back with Justin Fields at the helm. DJ Moore was putting up solid wide receiver 1 numbers. He only has to catch 60 yards today to hit there. And then I have Jaylen Warren against that tough Cleveland Browns defense. The number was low, 39.5. Maybe that's scary, maybe not. Now here's where it gets fun. Those 6 right there will pay you $27.68. I added a few more, Notter.
Yes, let's go, dude.
I added a few more to that one because those are all going to hit today. If you hit the next 4, 10-leg parlay, it's going to pay you $17,321. What do we like here? Well, my lock of the week, Niners minus 12. I'm going Minnesota money line. Money line. I think they're going to Denver and they're winning. Jacksonville money line against Tennessee. Why not? And then my last money line, the Dolphins against the Raiders. So those 10 legs right there will pay you $17,321 buckaroos. My count should read around 19,000 tomorrow morning with some of the picks I put up.
Hey, you'll be able to definitely heat your house for a little while anyway with that.
Oh my God, I know the kid. I might even buy the kids a steak.
I was just gonna say, throw some steaks on the grill. You know what I mean?
Why eat chicken when you can eat steak?
Exactly.
I mean, let's go. Let's get after it. Do you have BMAX picks in front of you, or you want me to run through those?
Run through those real quick. I don't have them in front of me right now.
All right. So what does BMAC have? So he's got some combination. It's like a combination parlay that he worked together today. $20 pays $34.60. Oh wow, that's some big dollars right there.
Mm-hmm.
So $34.60. Times 5, 3. That's like a $16,000 parlay right here if it hits $100. He likes Dak over 325 yards passing, 27 completions, and a Dallas W. That goes along with CeeDee over 150 and a Dallas W. Tony Pollard, 100 yards and a touch. $20 pays $34.60. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, that's a 7-leg parlay right there. 7-legger. and that's going to pay about 16 grand, maybe even a little bit more. Somebody do 3460 times 5, and that's your winner. 34.
Tony Pollard, man, he hasn't scored a touchdown in a long time, so he's due.
Nodder, do you have your parlay up from last night?
Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to talk about this one. I do have it. Let me bring it up here real fast. So I put together a 9-leg parlay yesterday. I only lost one, Ray, and of course my phone doesn't want to load right now. But I had a. Let me see. Stand by.
College football. So while he's looking for that, Brian's parlay is plus 17,500. I thought I had a big one, and he outdid me. So I'm gonna put mine away and let him do his thing.
Yeah, and for those that don't know, I've had a little bit of a tough time with college football this year. I don't follow college football as much as Kev Mike or Ray or Brian or those guys do. However, I was feeling pretty confident yesterday, so I'm going to run through these real quick. I did a 9-legger, $15 to win, I think almost 1,600. So I had Georgia money line, won that one. Iowa money line, won that one. Clemson money line, won that. Ohio State minus 27.5, won that one. Oklahoma State money line, won that. Oregon minus 24.5, won that one. Washington plus 1.5, won that one. Texas minus 7.5, won that one. And I had Utah versus Arizona for the loss. Utah got absolutely smoked yesterday. I would have had close to $1,600 in my pocket. That was a tough one yesterday, man. That was like Utah was the first game I lost, and I'm like, well, it's done. And then I saw it's almost worse. You know what I mean? Get the first one that you pick is done. You're like, okay, whatever. But then when you see you win the rest of them, that makes it 20 times worse.
Dude, it's horrible. I've been there.
Yeah,
I was looking through my bets. I was looking through my bets this morning, and I always do this thing at the end of the show that, if you have a gambling problem, if you know anyone who has a gambling problem, here I am looking at myself in the camera right now. And not that I have a gambling problem, because it really doesn't affect. We have heat and we have food, and everything is all good in the hood here.
He does have heat in his house.
I do.
He's got heat.
Yeah. Hold on, let me put on my hood. Hold on. So, but I'm looking through all my parlays or my bets, and most of them are parlays because that's my problem. I like to parlay everything.
Me too.
Not that I can pick a game straight up anyway. But I'm looking, and man, it's like red. I think there was 8 L's in a row. 8 in a row. And I mean, you add that all up, and it's maybe like $100, $160, something like that. I mean, over weeks, right? It's not like I'm a degenerate gambler, although it might seem like I am, and I might have been in the past. I don't know. But
no judgment here.
No, it's fun, man. It's fun. But one thing I am going to stop doing is saying, if you or anyone has a gambling problem, please call it. Boom, hang up the show. I'm not doing that anymore, Nodder. Not doing.
I like that. I think it's funny.
I think it's bad luck.
Oh, okay. So you're going on a luck thing. All right, I think it's bad luck.
Look, and I did not wear my fantasy football ring today, just my wedding ring. No fantasy football ring today, because I feel like ever since I put that sucker on, my fantasy teams are, they're not, I got one team on the verge. I got another team sitting high and another team sitting high. But one team in the gambling's not very good. So superstition. So any departing words?
No, listen, good luck today, everybody. Be smart. Don't chase your losses, and enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day outside. So if you got a smoker or a grill, I'm hoping mine comes in today. I can put it together and maybe throw something in there. But no, enjoy the day, guys. It's beautiful, and hopefully you win a little bit of cash today. That would be the goal.
Hey, why eat chicken when you can eat steak? My guys are 64%. And if you or anyone has a gambling problem,